Russia has launched its biggest air attack on Ukraine since its invasion in 2022. Ukraine says nearly 400 drones and missiles hit cities overnight. The strikes killed more than a dozen people, including 3 children. Homes in Odessa burned and cars were destroyed. Attacks hit on Kyiv Day, which is a holiday celebrated in the city. Ukraine calls it a terror campaign. President Trump says Putin has, quote, gone crazy. He blames Putin for killing for no reason. Trump warns this could destroy Russia. Now, despite the bloodshed, the country's traded prisoners, more than 1,000 people, were released in the past 3 days. Peace talks remain stalled.
The president's tax bill got a rough ride through the House, but made it. The next step in the Senate could be even tougher, though, when lawmakers return from recess next week.
Doug Zader reports from Washington this morning.
By the time the fireworks fly on the 4th of July, President Trump wants what he calls his big, beautiful bill on his desk signed into law. At least that's the plan.
The bill is passed.
Last week, after much hand-wringing and deal-making, the House passed the massive tax and funding overhaul that's the centerpiece of the president's legislative agenda, extending tax cuts from his first term and cutting back on social spending costs.
Hey, that was a meeting of love. Let me tell you, that was love in that bill.
The president, though, had to personally trek to Capitol Hill to twist some arms, and even then, it was tight. And Democrats in the Senate will delay when they can.
This is not beautiful, it's ugly, it's revolting.
And just like in the House, fiscal conservatives will be a hard sell over deficit concerns.
I want nothing to do with that.
And by their very nature, the fact that senators don't face elections every 2 years means they are more insulated from presidential threats.
Unlike the House, I think the senators who are trying to hold the line here are going to be a lot harder to convince, especially when they don't have primaries that Trump can threaten next year.
And even if Republican leaders are able to get this through the Senate, any changes they make will have to go right back to the House for final approval before anything reaches the president's desk. In Washington, Doug Zader, Fox News.
Doug, thank you. And President Trump is delaying a threatened 50% tariff on imports from the European Union. The new fees were supposed to go into effect on June 1st. Their start date has now been moved to July 9th. The president says he decided to push the tariff back after he spoke with European commissioners. Trump says the extension will allow time for more negotiations with EU leaders.